Welcome everybody to Yas Marina. Today I've chosen to go for the Ford Focus because it's been a minute since we've been in this car and I thought, you know what, let's bring it out of the garage, give it a little bit of a tune up, make it a bit more competitive than what it was last time I drove it, which was what, it's got to be about a year almost now since I've driven this car. So gave it a little bit of a fresh up on the tune. Not perfect, I'm not gonna lie, I had more errors than trials and it is a little bit tail out happy at the moment, which can be convenient at certain times and massively inconvenient at the times you don't need it. Coming through this corner now, I'm going to turn into the ham part of any sandwich. Last place you want to be is the filling of the sandwich. Yeah, not fun at all. Coming around this corner now, getting a better exit, but the Audi deciding not too sure which part of the road they would like, left or right. Decides to go right, I managed to go left, and away we go. We have Tech Beefy up in front of us with a 0.3 second penalty. So we'll be braking at the 150 board here now, down to second gear and overshooting ever so slightly. Audi overshoots a lot more and takes the inside line because nothing like a bit of TCR elbow sticking out right there. Coming out of this corner, across the start and finish line, Viagra, I'm just going to call him Viagra, is doing better than myself right now because I've gone off track. We have orange peel in the Mercedes behind me, and they're also adding the pressure, so going to go up the inside of the Audi, hopefully get the power on nice and early. There we go, and orange peel is getting caught up with the lovely Viagra behind me. Breaking down this corner now, Viagra did try looking for make a move, but I closed that door and away we go. Having a bit of contact behind because a straight bit of road is really hard to go straight on. Not too sure what all that is about. Viagra, straight line means you don't have to steer. Braking at 150 board here now, down to second gear and turning in. Look at that tail sticking out right there, and out the corner we go, keeping it left and then bringing it over to the right, cutting that curb and accelerating out the other side. Because it's been such a long time since I've driven this Ford Focus, let me know down in the comments below what your experience is with the Ford Focus if you have driven it lately. This experience is, it's not a competitive car. It's quick, yeah, definitely. Cornering ability, I don't know, it's not great. Braking, I find it does like to overshoot a lot. So I'm braking here at the 100 board, down to second gear and way away from the apex. In the Honda, in the Audi, in the Elantra, in even the Astra, I reckon, I would happily be able to hold the apex lines there. Ford Focus, it just loves to overshoot, whether the braking abilities have been reduced or it's heavier than it once was. I don't know, but breaking down second gear here, turning in, just making it. That was actually a really sweet corner there, keeping it to the left and cutting the corner on the right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I understand I'm on medium tires because the Ford Focus used to be a little bit tire hungry, so I thought I'd play it safe here and pick a tire that I know would make the end of the race. But yeah, it'd be great to know what your thoughts are on the Ford Focus, and let me know down in the comments below what car I should take out on the road next, because let's have a revisit of all the old TCR cars that I haven't driven in a little while, like we had done before, and see what they compare to like where before the BOP update, and which one's strong, which one's weak, you know, all that fun. Now Tech Beefy is 2.5 seconds up in front, orange peel is almost 2.5 seconds behind, so we're in quite a neutral area here. Braking at 150 board again, down to second gear and turning in, kissing the curb there, and then cutting this corner ever so slightly, keeping it to the left here, and then bringing it over on the right and chopping the edge of that corner off as well. Yeah, it'd be really cool to know what car I should choose to go for next, what car you choose me to drive next. because we have a fair few TCR cars, but which one haven't you seen in a while and you would like to see out on the road? Because to be fair, oh dearie me. Oh dearie me. 0.6 seconds, absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. Anyway, you do see quite a balanced sheet of cars now on here. Not constantly up front. Usually that's reserved for the Elantra or roughly around that era. Even the Veloster. Very rarely do you see many other cars up in front these days. But we do see a variety of them on the track. You know, we have the Mercedes. Orange Peel is having the Mercedes behind. That is a lot of smoke up in front. And that is a Golf. Yep, we're actually seeing a Golf at this track. I haven't seen the Golf in a while. Is it still good? Is it still tyre hungry? Because last time I drove that Golf, oh, it could eat tyres like the Cookie Monster eat cookies. It is unreal. Yeah. Magical LJA Joe is really putting the hammer down. So I wonder who they had contact with, or if there was contact and how they went off track, because that was a hell of a send up the inside there. Contact by the looks of it with the Veloster, not Veloster, the Elantra, and through that corner they go. Now the Golf did used to handle very, very well, and it had great mid-range grunt. It just lacked at the top end. Is that still the case now? Let me know down below. We are having a good bit of run here because we're only 1.5 seconds away from the Elantra up in front, 4 seconds away now from Orange Peel behind. Tires are looking good. Hopefully we'll be able to make gains on Tech Beefy up in front. 1.4 seconds, 2 laps to go. Gonna be interesting. Coming to this corner now, a little bit tail out happy. There we go. 0.194 up on this lap as well. Hopefully we can get this lap into the 107s, providing we don't get another penalty for going a pixel off the track. I lost a little bit of time there actually. I just realised there's a car on the barrier there. It's just what it looked like anyway from a quick glance. And yeah. Anyway, it was a pickup. But regardless, coming down here now, we're 0.7 seconds away from Tech Beefy up in front. So hopefully we're going to be in that slipstream. Hopefully going to be reeling them in. Because the Elantra is quite a quick car. There's no two ways about it. Braking at the 150 board, down to second gear, turning in, kiss of the curb there, a little bit more of a kiss here, accelerating out the other side, cutting the corner here, and away we go. Still 0.7 seconds. We are going to be in the 107.899. Absolute brilliant news. Braking down the third gear, back end stepping out. Let's bring it back in. Oh dear me. Oh dear me. 0.7 second penalty for being a pixel over, and somehow that was a time gain. I was almost a second up by going around that corner there apparently. Almost. Interesting philosophy the stewards had, because the Elantra up in front went from 0.7 seconds away to 1.1. Go figure. So 1.2 seconds away from the car up in front, 4.9 seconds away from Orange Peel behind, and 13, almost 14 seconds away from RMS Ryan, who is in position 1 up in front. Breaking down the second gear here, turning in. Tech Beefy did go out wide, and they quit the race. Okay, well that's a free position. I don't think we're going to be able to catch up to Magical up in front, who was in the Golf. They are 4 seconds away at the moment. But don't forget though, they could be on soft tyres, and if the Golf is still tyre hungry, this lap is going to be quite rough for them. Is all I'm hoping for. Because my tyres, don't get me wrong, do not look pretty, because the Ford Focus can eat them a little bit, if I remember correctly. But we're still going to be in a better position maybe than the cars up in front. Braking at 100 board here now, 3.6 seconds away from the car up in front, 3.8, 3.6, 3.5. 4, 3. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. It's a shame we don't have another lap. That's all I can say. One more lap would have done it. Secured it, I reckon. I would have been on minor wear, but they would have been on moderate or severe. So yeah, sadly, I guess we're going to be finishing this race in position 6. 2.8 seconds. We're getting a second from 2 corners there from the car up in front. 2.6 now. And we're 6 seconds away from the car behind as well as we cross over the line. Finishing the race in position 6. So we did gain a few places overall. Gain 2. Right, before we jump over to Watkins Glen, I'd like to take a moment out to thank our channel members, which are Jeffrey Anderson, Andy Good, Sigmatic, DMC Motorsport, Daniel Adams, Crazy A, and Sapphire. Thank you guys ever so much for supporting the channel. And if you enjoy what you're watching here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Let's get into Watkins Glen. Right, this race has got a weird start to it because I am revving away and then I stall. Like, come on, car. And this wasn't the only occasion that happened. It seems to be at this track. Now, I don't use manual with clutch. No, wait. I do use manual with clutch. But obviously, you don't need the clutch to start off the race. But clearly, the Ford Focus bogged down at the precise moment. It didn't happen at any other track but this one. So, yeah. Great start of the race. Lost a few places already. Cars are becoming very friendly up in front. We have the MG, which you don't see very often anymore, a steady. And we have Sin 6945 in the Audi that sent it through as well. We've got the MG right behind me here. I'm going to be braking at the ambulance, turning in, and just literally barreling my way through as well because I outbraked myself. Which, steady. What you doing? What you doing? MG? You was off track. Okay. Well, we lost 3 places in one corner. It is what it is. So we just got to claw it back, and there's nothing like a good old comeback story. Sun is glaring in my retinas here. My gosh, that is bright. I wish, again, still, I mean, we've all asked for it. Can we have a button to turn our own lights on? Because it'd be so much more convenient, because when this race does get darker, it becomes actually quite hard to see before you decide to turn on the lights on automatically. Braking at the 200 board here, down the third gear, turning in side by side with that MG, and accelerating out the other side, making it work. We are 2 seconds up from one corner alone, but it is lap 2 now. Sin up in front is 0.5 seconds away. We have Schmidt North behind, who is in the Honda Civic, who's 0.2 seconds away. So hopefully this Ford Focus outpull the Honda. Man, the looks of it is actually. There's 0.3 now. Although in the slipstream, this Ford Focus is got a fair bit of kick to it. Honda decided not to slow down for the corner. Flying off the track. Oh dear. So we have best of 4 in another Honda up in front. I'm not too sure why liveries are not showing up at the moment. They are turned on. But nobody's car has had liveries in the last 2 races. I'm not too sure why that Honda brakes so early. So up the inside we go. Bit of a kiss to the Audi. Audi didn't like the kiss and pushed me off the track. Yeah, mate, I really hit you off the track, didn't I? You know, it was a scrape on the bumper. Get over it. Schmidt North is back in town. Is that the same Honda that went flying off the track? Because if that is, they have caught up quick. I do want to get past this Honda Civic to my right hand side here because, well, for obvious reason. Oh my gosh, MG, seriously. How are you still making contact with me? Go away. This is what I mean about Sunday racing. It's like, seriously, man. Yeah, but best of 4, I want to get in front of that Honda because they were the one that massively braked early in that corner. So which side are you picking? Just pick a side. You're in the middle. Okay. I know it's a defensive tactic, so I'm making it through. Audi's gone wide and off the track. Schmidt has gone off the track. I've gone off the track. Everybody's gone off the track. Everybody is off the track. Oh dear me. Thankfully I didn't get a penalty. Schmidt has a 1 second penalty. And are you taking a mic? I'm beside you here. Oh my gosh. This is what I mean about Sunday racing. Schmidt, like seriously, I was beside you and what? You're frustrated that I was beside you? Like, come on, man. Go outside and get an ice cream if you're that upset. He starts hearing that tune and you see the game pause and he runs outside. Yay, dinner! Breaking down the third gear here and accelerating out the other side. This is what I mean. Oh, dear me, off the track. And I bet I'm going to get a penalty for that as well. Of course I do, because I really gain time. 0.3 seconds, totally worth it. Whatever. Accelerating up the hill we go. We have a wall. Them two battling. I'm going to keep to the right here. Thankfully. Oh my god. There is not one panel safe at this point of the track or at this point in the race. So braking at the ambulance down to 4th gear, 100 miles per hour through this section. As you can see, the Ford Focus can be a little bit tail happy still. I'm still fine tuning this car. I don't know. I don't know. Do I like it? I don't know. I have to get used to it again. I'm so out of touch with this car. I'm probably not even driving it optimally. Let's put it that way. I just don't know. I think it sounds alright. It accelerates alright. You're alright in a straight line. But for cornering and braking, I just think it's really weak in those points. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, we are now, well, 4.1 seconds away from I Am Rees up in front. We got to make sure we don't make a mistake to get the cars behind to catch up, and that's the big thing that needs to happen here. Yeah, but heading back though to what I was saying earlier, there is nobody in this race, and the same as the previous race, that had a livery. Now I don't understand why, because liveries are turned on. So what is going on there for turn 10? Like, why aren't my liveries showing up? My car is showing up, don't get me wrong, but nobody else's is. Is there something's changed that we don't know about for PC players maybe? Is it happening to anybody else? Let me know down in the comments below. There's that one guy stood at the end of the post. Accelerating out the other side, 2.9, 2.8 seconds away from the cars up in front. Hopefully we can reel them in. Thankfully though, we are now almost 2 seconds away from the car behind as well. What is that happened there? Well, that's a free position. We are up to 8. We have Gabby up in front, 2.3 seconds away. 3 laps to go. 2.3 seconds. Maybe make it. Who knows? Braking at the 200 board here, down to 3rd gear, turning in. And like I say, this is at a point I would personally turn my lights on. It's at a weird point of time where you go into the darker parts of the track and there's not enough light for shadowing, like, you know, getting rid of the shadows and stuff. And then you go around the latter half of the track where the sun is still slightly on it and it's quite bright and you can visually see really well. Yeah, I personally will turn my lights on here. What would you do? Not what that guy did. Another position gain. There we are. I very much doubt we're going to make 4.5 seconds up unless they go into the wall as well. I should laugh at that because that's kind of brutal. Oh dear, but yeah, that's got to be so frustrating when that happens. I mean, we've all done it. If you've done it as well, hit that like button because we've all been there, guys. You know, it happens. You misplan and you hit that wall or the railing or fence to the right hand side, and yeah, you just lose all cornering abilities and you go straight into that tire wall and it just absolutely destroys you. Yeah, we've all been there. Okay. That's an interesting line. And they don't get a penalty for it. Well, lucky for them. I wonder, though, I do wonder, will we be able to make a gain? Because they're only 1.5 seconds away. And I need to stay within a tempt. Now, that's going to be the hard part, like, you know, staying within a tempt. I very much doubt we'll be able to achieve that, so we are going to have to pass them. We'll be side by side as we cross over the line. 1.5 seconds away, 1.4. We're going to lose time here because this corner wasn't the best. Yeah, Thankfully, though, we are still 3.3 seconds away from the cars behind. Come on, Ford Focus. You can do it. That's all I can say. Not like that, you can't. Oh, don't give me another penalty. Thank you. Accelerate out the other side. We are now 1.3 seconds away. 1.2 for the car in front. We only have 1 lap to go. It's going to be a close call, isn't it? Braking at a 200 board down to 3rd gear. Turning in. And accelerating out the other side. Could have done that corner much better, but we are 1.2 seconds away from the car in front still. We actually lost a little bit of time to the car behind, who is now caught up by a couple of points of a second. So now 2.9 seconds away behind. That Honda is managing to hold me at bay, actually. I expected this Ford Focus to reel him in a little bit better. We're braking at the ambulance down the left-hand side, down to 4th gear, through the bus stop we go. A little bit sketchy. And the Ford Focus is showing its backside to everybody. We are now 1.6 seconds away from the car in front. I don't know. It just seems to have lost all care about controlling this vehicle. It just doesn't want to do it. Like I say, the back end is a little bit playful. It is something I have to work on to get it to be a bit more tamer. Maybe adjust the camber and the rear. Not too sure. Car in front has gone super wide again. Are they going to get a penalty? Because that actually benefit me. Come on. No penalty awarded to the car in front, sadly. And we are only 0.5 seconds away. There's a car parked on the right hand side there. Well, that is the end of the race. We finished in what? P7. Not bad considering we had a false start where we stalled. And then we managed to claw it back. And we had a few issues here and there. But yeah. Not too bad overall. But let me know what you think about it all down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time. Goodbye.